Hey, now we're here at LAPD headquarters. They're not wanting to let me in because I didn't have a press pass, which is a violation of the First Amendment. So I'm waiting for someone to come back down and see if I can come in or not. But it's 4 minutes until it's supposed to start. So yeah, that's fucked up if I end up missing it.
Property to pick your stuff. It says I want it now. It says so I'm gonna kick your butt and this and that. He started yelling at me. So he went for his backpack and I said, sir, put the backpack down. And he was trying to take some stuff. I said, put out of so I mean I told him you have to go down to the desk and get your property. And he just didn't get it. Maybe he was on drugs. I don't know. But he was behaving. He was sweating and yelling and cussing. I said, I don't know. This guy's gonna get violent. I wasn't sure.
I think it's 3 o'clock now. Is there somebody who can expedite me getting in?
They told you to stand by, man. Stand by.
Okay. It's 3 o'clock though. I mean, that person there, she has no idea who that girl is. She let the girl in.
Man, don't worry about you. I know that they know what they're doing. Stand by.
They're violating my First Amendment rights. That's what they're doing.
Stand by.
For the news conference.
Oh, they'll send some down.
Okay.
Info.
Thank you.
Hey, no, guys. I'm here at LAPD headquarters. Um, they're not wanting to let me in to the press conference. Someone's supposed to come down and verify if I can get in or not. They did let someone in who didn't have a press pass, who just claimed she was from USC. So, yeah, that's not cool.
Ma'am, do you mind over there?
I'll wait right here where she asked me to wait.
No, that's what's still walking over there. Thank you.
There's like 8 feet of space, people. I'm not blocking anyone.
Just move over there. Yeah.
Hi, Brader. How's it going? Yes.
You're with him?
No, she's not.
I'm with myself.
You have credentials?
I have the First Amendment credentials.
No, this is up in the chief's the only one allowing. Who are you with?
I'm PMbeers. I'm also with Anti-Media and Global Revolution.
Okay, I have to check with the lieutenant, but we're only letting
Okay, well,
credentialed people in.
there's people who know me. Commander Smith knows me. Sergeant Baker knows
And you
me.
told her to stand by?
There's a lot of.
I'll be right down there as soon as
I'm very well known. Like.
Okay.
Hi, how are you? There you go. You're welcome.
Hey, you guys. Can you Google for me? Did LAPD do they take an oath to uphold the Constitution? I believe that they did, so. Hi, Resist. Yes, police are deciding who is press, yes.
Thanks, sir. You're welcome. Hey, you know that day you were saying you went with your Alfredo? Yes, sir. Oh, they're gonna come down and spoke to you. Just stand by. But just put some people up. You don't need to stand. And the day they did, and I told my wife, just don't go to the artery, just go down to San Pedro, because my partner told me about, you know, Day of the Dead thing.
How's it going?
Yeah.
So we made reservations.
Yes, I just missed them. Huh?
Yeah, they were just here.
The one that's not
Who are you with?
Reuters.
Oh, sweet.
Who are you with?
I'm PMbeers. I'm here with myself. I'm also with Anti-Media and Global Revolution. But because I didn't print out a thing and laminate it, they're telling me that I don't have a First Amendment right to go in there. It's crazy.
Sorry, what was your name?
My name is Patty Beers, but
Patty.
my journalist name is PMbeers.
Oh, okay, PMbeers. Okay.
Beers, like a six pack.
Beers. Oh, cool.
$106. And they refunded it because I canceled on Thursday before the Saturday. They gave all our money back. Hi. How are you? Good, and you? Good. Okay, you got some ID?
But you guys, they let some girl in who just said she was from USC. I'm live streaming. She just said she was from USC. She didn't have her press badge with her. And
Good night. Good night, neighbor.
See you tomorrow.
It's very Cassie.
I'm gonna meet you right over there. I need you to walk all the way.
hey, Rise, Mom. What's up? Hi, Richard Doss. Hi, Linda. Wow, there's a lot of names I don't recognize. Welcome, you guys.
Understood. I think that makes sense. And I think this is just gonna give a high level overview of, the dark sides of the shooting like
No, they're happening for me.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, but let me give them.
Oh, thank you.
And so I'll leave you now. I'm so sorry about that, Chief, but I'll circle back with you on as soon as I'm done.
Hello.
Yeah, but we got more. Up. You there? Good.
Hi, Mom. How's it going?
Yes, sir. I need to get into the resolution.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Sergeant Montgomery. You, ma'am?
Hi, my name is Patty Beers.
Hi.
Hi.
And were you one that they said was trying to come into a press conference?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you know how it works, but normally what happens when you come to a press conference, when they're outside the building, we have no issues with whoever comes. You're absolutely correct. Anyone can come to any exterior press conference that happens out in the street. But in the building, we have people with press credentials, And in order to enter the building and do that, they have to have those credentials.
Did you know that? Did you take an oath to uphold the Constitution?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Then you probably know that the First Amendment says that the freedom of the press shall not be infringed.
I agree. Now, we
Yeah.
don't infringe on the freedom of the
So-
press.
so
But
if-
however, the security of this building.
I mean, I
is another
understand like
thing.
security. If you want to like check my bag, if you want to like have me go through the metal detector, like that's fine. That's fine. Like, I understand security, but to say that someone who works in the press has to have a piece of paper that the Constitution says they don't have to have.
Well, I'm letting you know that we invite you to come in at any time, and you can do it.
There's a young lady up there who didn't show her press badge.
Well, I'm unaware of any lady up there. I didn't screen everyone. I was specifically told that there was someone down here that wanted to speak to someone about entering the building and coming up. Now, that press conference is open to the public. However, here's my business card.
Oh, thank you.
That you have that as
It's
well.
open to the public.
Yes. However, when you say open to the public, open to the press who have the credentials that we assign. And I encourage you to make a call. The number's on my card
Wait,
there.
I'm really confused because you just said it's open to the public after
No,
telling me I couldn't go in.
Just said, I was clarifying that. I just said that yes, it is not a closed event. However, we have people coming into the building and we want them to have press conferences, credentials that we issue, and you are welcome to apply for one, and you make a call to me, and I will make an appointment for you to come up, and you can sign up. And
So
you can
you're telling me
come.
that the LAPD violates the Constitution?
I'm not telling you anything
Yes,
of the nature.
yes,
ma'am.
you are,
I think
because-
you've heard what I said, and I've told you you're welcome to come and apply and get yourself a press credential, and you can make a call, and we'll come any day of the week that you
I'm
want.
not applying for an unconstitutional press credential.
Okay, is there anything else I can do for you today, ma'am?
I would like you to uphold the Constitution.
Okay, I will do my best to do so. Now, in this particular instance, I think I've answered questions and I've done what I can do for today.
I mean, you could call Sergeant Baker, you could call Commander Smith. They know who I am.
Okay.
I'm very well known.
And your name is what, ma'am?
My name is PMbeers.
Okay.
I'm also known as PMbeers.
Okay.
And I'm a very well-known member of the press, but I don't believe the press credentials are confidential or constitutional.
Okay.
And I believe that you took an oath to uphold the Constitution.
Well, I did, and I'm sorry you feel that way. However, I was asked to inform you that we would have to have a press credential to enter the building and come up. And as I stated, I encourage you and invite you to come and apply and get a press credential, and you can come to any of the events inside the building. Okay?
Well, next time I'll just say I'm from USC and then I'll get in.
Well, actually, ma'am, I'm not going to go there. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish there, but I think I've kind of explained to you what you needed to do to get a press credential. So is there anything else I can do for you today?
You can uphold the Constitution and just let me go upstairs.
And I will. Thank you, ma'am.
And you
Have
will.
a good day.
You're such a liar. Hi, Anon Rasta, what's going on? They do know who I am. LAPD watches my stream, of course they know who I am. Maybe that's why they don't want me going up there. So he also lied to me about that I have to have LAPD press credentials because that's not true.
Okay, you know when it's George's, if you need to know when it's George's birthday,
So I'm gonna go outside, guys. So basically, if I had enough money to go to Kinko's or Home Depot or Office Depot or whatever and print out a press pass and laminate it, I could go inside. Z3MIND, what is that, like Z3 Mine? Highlander? So, I was told that this press conference is about Ezel Ford, which I have covered about 100 times more than any person in that room. But I don't think it's actually about Ezel Ford. I think it's about Darren Wilson. So I think it's about some bullshit like thing announcement to try to keep people calm down, to get people to not riot and not protest, which will trigger riots and protests. Which is one reason why they probably wouldn't want me in there, because I'll call them on it. So, probably I'm gonna fuck. I don't know. Hi, Hempy. So the cop who talked to me and said I couldn't go in, his name is Barry Montgomery. His phone number is 213-486-5910. He's the Media Relations and Community Affairs Group, which is weird because I've never seen him before in my life. Hey, Resist is telling me to stay. What do you think, like, why do you think I should stay? What do you think is going to happen? Okay, Brian Hayes, I cannot see your entire comment because Ustream is fucked up that way. I can see Brian said, which is really want to know since I'll be out there. I can see the rest of it. So, Z-Mind is asking, is this related to Ferguson, or are people getting something in LA? I believe that this is about Ferguson. So what I was told by another journalist who is not here, I was told that this press conference is about Ezel Ford. So if you guys aren't familiar with Ezel Ford, he was murdered by LAPD on August 11th, I think, right near the intersection of 65th and Broadway in South Central LA in the Florence District by the Newton Division, Los Angeles Police Department. So a lot of the people organizing around Ezel Ford are planning to have a solidarity action with Ferguson when the Darren Wilson is not going to be indicted announcement happens, and it will happen. We're just waiting on when. So there is a Facebook page, an event invitation by Los Angeles People's Media, which says that 2,000 people are going to be congregating at the corner of Martin Luther King and Crenshaw in South Central near Leimert Park. I believe that's by the Walmart. So I think that's what this is about. I think this is about the protesting that's going to happen as a result of the announcement that Darren Wilson is not going to be indicted. Yeah, Brian, I know about like free press badges, and I could just go home and Photoshop one and print it out and go laminate it. But that's not the point. The point is, it's bullshit.
Always remember your thing that Teresa, okay. But
I probably have like 3 already made on my computer right now.
you gotta change that law, man.
Hi, Linda.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think it's inside, Brian?
Change.
Do you think it's inside so I can't go in there? I don't think it's all about me. Um,
Change the law. You know what? You talk about the same thing now. Let the law change.
but again, I think that this press conference probably is going to incite more protests. So the thing is, like, when you only have mainstream media in the room, they're going to um, they're going to spin it the way the cops want them to spin it, and they're not going to challenge it, and they're not going to critique it, and they're going to go on the 6 o'clock news, and they're going to give you whatever bullshit LAPD said for them to give you.
Well, look here, what for you?
So that's probably why they're like saying only people with LAPD credentials can go inside, because they can't control me. They can't control independent media. They can't control a live stream. They can't edit it or bleep it out. It is what it is.
You know what? You have the person, and I brought my camera too. And
But it's just, this is how mainstream media works. LAPD tells them what to say, how to say it, and they do it.
that was a good one.
Hey now guys, if you're just tuning in, we're live here at Los Angeles Police Department in downtown Los Angeles. We're across the street from City Hall in Solidarity Park, where Occupy had their camp for 3 months. And they won't let me in because I don't have a press pass.
Well, by the way, Steve, but they can't do it for Steve. Steve Williams got one. By the way, you
So I want to show you who's here. Oops, turn the left. We have KTLA Channel 5, that's a local station. CBS is here. There's 2 ABC vans, 1 NBC van. So, someone says they're watching KCAL. I mean, they're definitely not going to carry it live now, are they? I would be shocked if this press conference is live. So there's two NBC 4 vans here with satellites up. There's 2 ABC Eyewitness News Channel 7 vans here. 1 CBS. CBS is Channel 9 and Channel 2. They're here, and 1 QTLA van is here. I wonder why NBC felt it necessary to bring 2 vans with 2 satellites. That's different. And then there's These guys right here are called, in the purple shirt, we call them Skittles. Let me tell you about the Skittles. They have shirts on that say District Safety, and their shirts are purple. And the shirts are purple because they patrol like the downtown-ish areas, Skid Row, and the area where we are right now. And they are paid for by the CCA, which is the Central Cities Association, which is a lobbying group that lobbies and controls the laws here across the street at City Hall. And this one seems really interested in what I'm doing, though it's none of his fucking business. So the CCA is a lobbying group that is paid for by a lot of businesses here in downtown LA. Small businesses, large businesses, big corporations, big money pays for these guys in the purple shirts who work in bed with the police. They basically do police work for the police. They drive around in their little Segways or bicycles or whatever they ride in Skid Row. And they go in Skid Row and at 6 o'clock in the morning, or sometimes before 6 o'clock in the morning, and they walk around and they wake up homeless people. And to me, like, there's no more fucked up thing in the world than to wake up a person from their sleep, and even more fucked up to wake up a person who has no place to sleep. And oh my god, don't get me started. Let me see. So Brian says KCAL is showing a view of a high-speed pursuit. What, did somebody steal some cigarettes? Like, why is there a high-speed pursuit? Like, this is something that pisses me off about police, LAPD, and LA County Sheriffs. They fly fucking helicopters like over your house for like an hour, 2 hours, circling over your house, and then you find out it's like for some kid who stole some cigarettes or something. Like, these high-speed pursuits in these helicopters, like, in my opinion, should never happen unless somebody has hurt somebody. If it's not a violent crime, I don't really think there's any need for law enforcement or jail. So the guys in the purple shirt, there's also like guys and women too in like yellow shirts in the arts district, and then some of them wear like red shirts in different areas. So they patrol like mostly downtown areas. So since they're like bright, pretty colors like red, yellow, purple, green, they're called Skittles. We're just sitting in here. We are live here in downtown Los Angeles. We are at the Los Angeles Police Department. There's a press conference inside, which I've been denied to go into because of security reasons. Although I totally consented to a search of my purse, I totally consented to going through their metal detector. I'm cool, like, security, whatever. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to film you. So that's a lie. Like, not letting non-credentialed press in is not a security issue. And cops fucking lie. Like, they lie and they lie and they lie, and then they wonder why people think all cops are bastards. Because, well, number one, you're fucking liars. So, why don't they just tell the truth? They can't control me. That's why I can't go to the 5th floor and go to their press conference, because they're only allowing people in that they can control. So the press conference is supposed to be about Iselle Ford. That's what I was told. I found out about it from another journalist who does have like credentials or whatever. Um, so I was told it was about Iselle Ford, but I honestly believe, like, I really, really, really think that this press conference inside there is about the Darren Wilson verdict. Not and not about like the actual verdict itself, but about the protests that are coming. And they're probably going to say something about like telling people like violence won't be tolerated, or property damage or rioting or looting won't be tolerated. They'll probably say something really fucked up that will incite riots. So whatever is being said inside, I think it's going to incite protests. That's why I'm like so, like, I really want to like be in there and film it like live and like, and so that I can like see it unedited, unfiltered, and know like what is the actual truth. So that I can call them on their shit. And that is like the purpose of journalism. The purpose of journalism is not to like repeat the lies of the LAPD. The purpose of journalism is to be the fourth estate of the government, to hold the government accountable. And I know I'm talking like such a reformist today, the Constitution, like hold the government accountable, like, but like that's what we're supposed to have, and we don't. Hi, Resist. So I can't see your entire comment, Brian. It says QTLA.com is all for shooting to be discussed. What does it say after that? I think I should split and go home because I can get work done at home. Nothing's going to happen here, guys. So what do you think? So what time? What time, Brian, are they saying that they're gonna have that story on QTLA? I don't have TV, so hopefully, like some of it, I'm for sure, like whatever they want you to hear is gonna be on the internet. But do you guys know like about what time that story is expected? Discussed an update from LAPD DA councilman. Hi, Hempy. I love you. I'm not even sure who you are. So you guys, if you follow the LA People's Media Twitter, you'll find out the information about the protests that are going to be happening in Los Angeles. No matter what LAPD says, there will be protests. And the protests are scheduled in Los Angeles for 3 p.m. Whatever day the Darren Wilson announcement is given, because we all know that they're going to announce that Darren Wilson ain't going to be indicted. So we're just waiting for that to happen. So when that happens, if it's before 3 p.m., people will be meeting at 3 p.m. at Martin Luther King Boulevard and Crenshaw. Or if it happens after 3 p.m., the next day, people will be meeting at 3 p.m. at Martin Luther King Boulevard and Crenshaw, which I believe is near the Walmart, which is near Lamert Park in South Central. So that will definitely be happening. And there's an event invitation that says like 2,000 people are going. So if you're anywhere near LA, you need to come. And I'll be there, and it will be live. But then also, there's national call-outs in every major city. People are planning to, they're planning to not go to work, not go to school, to not spend money. there will be a national boycott, and then also there's going to be protests in every city in the United States of America. And if you want to find out where it's going to happen in your city, that information will also be tweeted out on Los Angeles People's Media. Hey, Cleo, what's up? So I guess according to Brian, he's saying on the KTLA website that they are saying it's definitely about Isle Ford, which is fucked up because you guys, like I said earlier, I have covered like the Isle Ford story like I found 100 times more than any person inside that room, and that I can't go inside is super fucked up. It's interesting that the press conference is taking this long, because it's been about half an hour since it started. Oh yay, the purple shirts left. Look. Those are the purple shirts leaving. Bye, little ants. So Resist is saying, I'm furious the LAPD knows who PMbeers is. Yes, they do know who I am. That's probably why I'm not getting in. But I'm honestly like more curious about like what they're gonna say than like desiring to call them out on it right this minute. So like I'm not gonna fuck up their press conference. Although in the past I have interrupted live broadcasts from mainstream media, but how the hell do you like? Okay, I can't make that promise that I wouldn't fuck up their thing, unless well, how can I fuck it up if it wasn't live? I don't know. But like, how do you remain silent in the face of injustice? Like I don't know, like how like if you're standing next to a news reporter and they're doing a live broadcast and they're telling lies, how do you not scream? Brian said I could write an article on how I was targeted. You found what? Oh, the QTLA thing. What I want to do actually is probably go home and watch whatever like news bullshit is on the internet about this, so then I can call it out that way. I'm picturing these bullshit credentialed mainstream media in there asking soft fucking ball questions. Oh, officer, oh really? Oh, he went for the gun. Oh wow, that's terrible. You have DNA proof that he went for your gun? Really? I know that's not logical or scientifically possible, but wow, that's awesome. I wonder if they have autopsy. I wonder if, oh my god, like maybe they have the autopsy. Maybe they're releasing the autopsy. I mean, I hope they are, but like, what happened when Michael Ford's autopsy was released? You guys know what happened when Michael Ford? No, not Michael Brown. Sorry, guys, I'm confusing Ezell Ford and Michael Brown. I'm sorry, guys, no disrespect. I'm kind of dyslexic like that. You guys, when Michael Brown's autopsy was released, some media people twisted it and made it into lies. And the person who did the autopsy even came out and said the media report on the autopsy was lies. Like, they were saying that the autopsy could show that Michael Brown was going for the gun, which was a lie, because the autopsy cannot tell you what happened. It can tell you what is possible and what is not possible. So, oh, sorry guys, I'm really frustrated. What's this? So that could be what's going on inside. That could be talking about the autopsy of Ezell Ford. Okay, I just said they're going to sanitize the death of Ezell Ford. Actually, they're going to corrupt Ezell Ford, but they're going to sanitize LAPD. And they're gonna twist it around to make it look. They're gonna twist it around to make it look like they had to. They're gonna twist it around and make it look like they had no choice but to kill this guy. Even though there's witnesses. There was like 15, 17 witnesses to Ezell Ford's murder. I can tell you, right where Ezell Ford was murdered, there's a whole bunch of guys who hang out in front of a house. Like every day, if you go down to 65th and Broadway and you go on 65th Street, like right to the spot where he was killed, which is across the street from the mural of Ezell Ford, you'll see like 15 guys just hanging out on the corner there. So one of the witnesses on Siebel the Rapper's video, if you guys haven't seen Siebel the Rapper's video called Fuck the Police, you need to go and Google that now and look at it now, and then you'll know like what happened to Ezell Ford. So there's that witnesses on that video telling you exactly what happened. So there's like 17 witnesses who know what the fuck happened, and then LAPD's gonna fucking twist the story. It's so disgusting. So Brian says that what happens in every PD shooting, absolutely, every single one, they totally and they get away with it. Let me tell you the reason why cops get away with murder. The reason why cops get away with murder is because the district attorney is the one who prosecutes them. Now, the district attorney and the cops are fucking brothers. They're comrades. They're family. They need each other. They have a symbiotic relationship, and what that means is they can't exist without one another. Like when the cops catch the so-called criminals, and the DA prosecutes the so-called criminals. So the DA would have no one to prosecute if it wasn't for the cops, and the cops' job would be irrelevant if there was no one to prosecute the people that they catch. Supposedly, anyway, so I don't know if I'm making any sense, but since the DA is the person who has to prosecute the cops, they'll never do it. They'll never, you would never turn your back on your brother, or your, bestest friend. You would never betray them. So for a DA to prosecute a cop, that is betrayal. And just like for a cop to snitch on a cop, that's betrayal. They just don't do it. You defend your brother, right? BFFs. Yep, that's what they are. So Brian wants me to talk about what happened to SIBO. I know you're gonna make me fucking cry. Like I love SIBO. You don't even know it. Um. So SIBO the rapper, he's a talented young guy. He's like early to mid 20s. He's he's been doing music for a while. I don't really like some of his music from before because it's kind of like misogynistic and has a lot to do with activities involving penises and vaginas. And come on, guys, like let's be creative. Like there's more things that we can talk about than what you can do with your penis. Come on. So Isol Ford grew up in the neighborhood, 65th and Broadway. And he grew up knowing, I don't know if I said SIBO and Isel both, they grew up together. They know each other, they're family friends. Isel calls himself, no, I'm sorry, I'm confusing. SIBO calls himself Isel Ford's cousin because that's just how close they are from growing up in the same neighborhood. And SIBO was really, really affected by Isel's death, and SIBO's a fucking awesome guy. He's really sweet, and he deals with his emotional pain by making music. And the music he made after Isel's death is so much better than the music he made before because there's so much passion and so much like feeling and so much realness, and it's not like it feels like, you know, before he was doing music because he wanted to be famous or he wanted money or whatever, but like this music that he made, starting with the Fuck the Police song, just really, really like came from his soul, and it was just honest and genuine and really fucking good. So if you haven't heard SIBO's music, like look it up, Google it. YouTube has there's like 4 videos. Dealing with My Pain doesn't have a video, but that's one of the 5 songs that he wrote after Isel's death. I can't believe I'm talking so much. I don't usually talk this much. Sorry, ADHD moment. So there's 4 videos. There's I Get Out is one of them, which I was there when they filmed I was there live streaming during the filming of that video. A lot of the videos have like footage from marches, and I attended all of those marches. There's a guy with a camera running. He's gonna pass right now, the guy with the camera. He's like right there. He's running. He is running down the street. There are more trucks on the other side of the street. Let me go look. So there's more. Look, there's another CPS and another ABC. And the street right here is only LAPD parking. It says no parking, but cops park here anyway. So I was talking about SIBO the Rapper's music, which is really fucking good. So a year ago, on September 25th, 2013, SIBO was arrested in Pomona, and he was accused of breaking into some houses. And I wasn't there. I don't know if he did it or not. But here's the thing. I went, a friend of mine sat in on most of his trial. I sat in on one day. I was really sick at the time, so I only saw like little bits and pieces. But what I did see of his trial was really disgusting. They didn't have any physical evidence that SIBO had even been there. There was no fingerprints, no DNA, nothing. There were some witnesses, and I don't know if you guys know, I used to study psychology, and like, it's been proven that eyewitness testimony is for shit. That you can see something happen and remember something totally opposite happening. Like, you could see a man with like a brown beard and glasses and think that it was a man with a mustache and no glasses. Like, eyewitness testimony is for shit. So there were two eyewitnesses in the same house who saw the back of SIBO's head for 5 seconds. And then a year later, they got on the witness stand, and they said, yes, this is the guy. Totally recognize him. A year later, after seeing the back of his head for 5 seconds. So, with no physical evidence and like really crappy eyewitness evidence, like, they locked him up. What happened was they did like the field ID, where like they had SIBO in handcuffs in the back of a car, and they brought each witness individually to the police car and took SIBO out of the car and said, is this the guy? And one woman on the witness stand, like, the lawyer asked, well, how do you know that he's the guy you saw running out of the house with the safe? And she said, by the handcuffs and the shade of his skin. Hello, Global Occupy News. Mr. Officer, Richard, Mr. Officer is a very good song. Mr. Officer? Oh, I wish I could sing. I cannot. So, I don't know if somebody just asked to know which mainstream media are here. There are 2 CBS vans, there's 1 KTLA, 2 ABC, and 2 NBCs. And maybe more. And there's 1 or 2 I didn't account for around the corner. And it's been about 50 minutes, and the only like fresh looking person I saw come out is a guy with the camera who ran. Maybe he had another story to get to. Right now there's a whole bunch of people with suits coming out, so maybe it's over. I'll go up closer. Hi, now if you're just tuning in, we're live here at LAPD headquarters, where I was denied entry into the press conference about Ezell Ford. So I don't know exactly what they were talking about, but I wonder, it could be about the autopsy. Also, SIBO the rapper believes that his song "Fuck the Police" was used as an excuse to not release the autopsy results. So, I don't know. Like, I'm just speculating at this point. about the autopsy. But I'm really fucking pissed that like there's no one in there in that press conference who's gonna give you an unedited version of the press conference. And that's fucked up. Like transparency in government is really fucking important. So I think it's over, guys. There's a couple of people coming out carrying cameras. And a bunch of people wearing suits are walking down this direction right now. And they are being escorted by cops. So I was told the reason I was not allowed to go in without LAPD credentials is because of security, which is we all know is a lie. Because I completely consented to like a search of my purse and going through metal detectors, like totally consented to that because I like safety too. And men with guns are very paranoid. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but I think that's true. So a bunch of the people with the suits and the cops who walked out, they're crossing the street and they're walking in the direction of City Hall. I'm gonna go up here and see what's going on because these cameras look pointed.
The people in the neighborhood, they do not trust the police. I do want to give credit to Mayor Garcetti, who met with us briefly when we came out to meetings and said he was going to tell Chief that he set a concrete date on when autopsy is going to be released. So I think the mayor's showing great leadership, and that's important, especially when we know Ferguson, Missouri, everyone in LA who's an activist is waiting on what's going to happen there. It's going to have a great impact on what happens here in LA once we take to the streets.
Now you can.
No.
How about
no
the
one trusts ejaculation.
Inspector General?
I think the people in South Central, in that particular neighborhood, my neighborhood, have a fear and lack of trust of the police. So I don't believe any other witnesses are going to come forward. To me, to just keep pushing forward with the investigation.
So when they say the Inspector General and Jackie Lacey's office are other venues to come forward for witnesses, that's not enough?
That's still law enforcement. They're still connected. They're still tied together with that umbilical cord.
Earl, same thing?
You know, back on the witnesses, we were the first ones way back when. We went out to that the neighborhood. We were the ones that called for the witnesses to come forward. We put literature out. We put flyers out. We talked to people. We did that. We said from day one, people said they have a different version of what happened. It's not what the police are reporting. So that's why it was so important to have other witnesses come forward. Now, at the meeting, we told Chief that, Chief Passenger, and even Jackie Lacey, although she wasn't there, it's still law enforcement making the call. The same fear that people have about coming forward to the police, it's not going to go away because 2 months later you make the same call. What's going to happen if for witnesses to come forward that may have already come forward, we don't know, somewhere else, that the community is still going to have to put the public face out there and make the call. Till that happens, you're just wasting your time.
go to LAPD Montana supposed to be
Get your name.
Najee Ali, Najee Ali, Ali. I'm the director of Project Climate Code. I also live in South Central Los Angeles, that particular neighborhood which you're talking about.
Have you spoke with his family?
Yes, I was there from the very moment, offering my support and my condolences. They're still grieving on behalf of their son, but just as importantly, they don't trust the police. So that's why witnesses have not come forward to the police officers. Witnesses have come forward to the family lawyer.
All right, and I mean, is there still a lawsuit in the works?
There will be a lawsuit that will be announced eventually. I'm not the lawyer, but I do know that someone has to pay for the death of Ezel Ford.
Okay, thank you so much. And your name, can you pronounce it one more time?
Najee Ali, Najee Ali Ali.
Okay, thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Begin with, they can come to any community organization in their community and say, I saw what happened. I have this.
I'm not sure whether the family was aware or not, but we've been advocates on behalf of Ezel Ford, their son, from day one. So I'm pretty sure that they'll be pleased knowing that the community has not given up and we're still fighting for Ezel Ford's justice.
And how did you guys hear about today's press conference? I know it's really quick.
We had a meeting with the police chief that was already scheduled. So that's why we were here today, and the press conference was after the meeting. So things worked out where we were able to get our points across, demanding justice for Ezel Ford. And even the Mayor Garcetti, when he came, he made it clear that he was going to tell the police chief he wants a date set for the autopsy to be released.
So, well, the interaction has been, in many cases, negative. So, you know, we made it clear to Chief Beck.
I heard somebody that the media mentioned that a date will be announced.
They said by the end of the year.
Yes, so we're hopeful that they will keep their word, and it'll be sooner than later.
What's going to happen? But they didn't let me in. But what's going to happen? No, well, don't worry, you're fine.
Najee Ali, Ali. Najee Ali.
The mayor also mentioned the fact that they'll be pushing for a date for the autopsy and Ford release. So he encouraged us in that way too also before you had the meeting. So we appreciate that too also, because we are setting on a powder keg really. We have all these people that have been assassinated. Hey Earl. And so that's what we were trying to do, is prevent the violence.
Are we on? Garrett? You good? Testing 3, 2, 1.
Najee Ali, Najee Ali, Ali, Director of Project Climate Code, a civil rights activist. And we had a meeting with the police chief Beck and other leaders of LAPD today. We're glad to know that they have made a decision and set a timetable for the autopsy of Ezel Ford to be released. That's gratifying. This community is very anxious, and especially when you juxtapose this with what's going on in Ferguson, Missouri, and the Michael Brown shooting death. Also, temperatures in South Central are very, very high. I haven't seen anything, I felt anything like this since Rodney King beat.
Earl, the chief admitted upstairs to us that the autopsy findings seem to support the witness statement. What have you heard?
Well, we have heard from day one, when we went over to the neighborhood. We did this 2 days after Ezel Ford was killed. So many people came up to us and said, it didn't happen the way the police say it happened. We heard that over and over again. So as a result of that, we challenged at that point Chief Beck, Chief Hastinger, the LAPD, and Jackie Lacey, to the district attorney. You must go out and you must get other witnesses that tell a different story, have a different version of what happened. We don't know what happened. We're not going to prejudge anything. We just know people are saying different things. And there's frustration because you're only hearing one point of view. So as a result of that, 2.5 months have gone by. One of the reasons why we're down here today, and one of the reasons why we had this meeting, and one of the reasons why the LAPD called us, we didn't call them, and asked for the meeting, is because there's still that concern, that frustration in the community. Nothing is being done, or at least visibly we haven't seen anything. We certainly appreciate the mayor coming forward. We appreciate what Chief Beck is doing, asking for witnesses to come forward, but that's not enough. You've got to have a community base on this. You've got to have people like Project Climate Code, the ministers, my organization, and others making that call. You've got to have those that feel that they can go somewhere that where there's trust, that there's not going to be a record, there's not going to be something that we have to fear. See, that's the problem. So that's why we continue to say witnesses must come forward, but we also want to see that autopsy released too on a timely basis, namely right now.
Are you confident the truth will come out?
The truth will only come out if all sides are heard, if all witnesses are heard, and if in fact, whatever the autopsy or coroner report shows, if in fact it's based on solid forensic evidence. In other words, it's got to be a totality of things that have to happen. So I think when that happens, we do know this, the truth may come out, but we must realize one thing. Even then, many people are going to be very skeptical of it. But at this point in time, since we have really nothing to go on, many people are saying, is this a cover-up? Is this a whitewash? So I think that's why we're here today, and we're going to continue to press for that accountability and transparency.
And we already know one truth. There's one truth we know for sure. Ezel Ford Jr. was shot down, unarmed, in cold blood by the LAPD. Justice Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri was shot down by the police in that city. If we don't get justice, this has the potential to actually have all hell break loose in the city.
That's right.
I'm not trying to advocate that, but I do know the temperature in South Central LA, I have not seen anything like this since Rodney King. It's very, very, very hot. So justice must be served in the Ezel Ford shooting death.
You did a couple more questions. You just described a powder keg down there, but would you not be pushing for peace?
We know that Ferguson, we're expecting now a grand jury decision. I don't think we can separate Ezel Ford from Michael Brown. I think one of the reasons why we're here today and why the timing is, there's no accident we're having this meeting today, is because I think the whole city, certainly the police department, district attorney, people in the community are very well aware these two cases are tied up. So what we're really concerned about is we in fact are the peacemakers. We in fact are the community advocates. We are the ones that want to see, we know there's going to be protests, but it's got to be done in an effective, non-violent, but challenging way. We're here to see that. But we also know something else too. Justice must be served. I mean, we stand for that above everything else. And we hope in this case that so many people that will be involved understand justice has to be served. And we're going to keep challenging, we're going to keep questioning until we feel that not only do we get the right answers, but in fact, once again, that this is just resolution to both cases, both Ezel Ford and Michael Brown.
Well, what is it going to take to get more witnesses? Talking about that, you need to have witnesses. So what is that? What's going to happen?
All right. Well, we've gone down there twice. Right. We've made the call. We put out flyers. We put things on Facebook. We put things on social media. We've done that over and over again. I think what you're really bumping up against, we can't say this enough, people fear the police. People in that community fear coming forward because of all the history of negative interactions they've had with the LAPD. That's why we kept going back to the LAPD saying, we appreciate you having the press conference, we appreciate you making the call, that's all well and good. Understand one thing, it probably won't work that way. If people feel that they have a way to come forward quietly, anonymously, and they know that whatever they say is going to be taken seriously, weighted seriously, I think that you will have some people come forward. But at this point in time, there's such a gulf right now. I don't know how we can really bridge it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So guys, I still don't know exactly what happened. Did they have an hour-long press conference to say that they're gonna not tell us the results of the autopsy report? Oh.
Got your call. We'll talk. Okay, guys. Stay strong under the valley.
Hey, happy thanks. Um, so, uh, so this meeting that you guys had in the press conference, was it like they're just saying that they're not going to release the...
No, they are going to release the autopsy report according to Chief Beck. They'll release it before the end of the year. That was one of our demands, but we wanted to have a concrete timetable on the autopsy report in New 4. So that was good news. We're hopeful that it will favor the community and we can bring these rogue officers to justice.
Awesome, thank you. What organization are you with?
Project Islamic Hope.
Okay.
Najee Ali.
All right. Thank you. So, if you guys want to know what happened to Zell Ford, just watch Steve the Rapper's music video, Fuck the Police. Like, it's right there. If like somebody can put the link in the chat to Zell Ford's Fuck the Police, then you'll see exactly what happened to Zell Ford. There's a witness, right? A witness testimony in that music video. I don't get how they spend an hour. They have an hour-long press conference to say, we're not going to tell you the results of the autopsy yet. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? So I'm just looking through the chat, you guys, before I take off. Hi, Sir Drew. Thank you for the tweet. ABC was live? I don't even see them here anymore. That was right now who was the people who were interviewing the community activists, ass kissers, cop collaborators, was KTLA, local station, CNN, and I believe it was ABC. Was it? Yeah, it was blue. Oh, so that was ABC. Oh, but how could they be live? They're probably live like in the corner or something. Hey, 2 cents, what's up? Oh, wait. So Anon Rasta was asking, is that Zell Ford's family knew that this was not, Zell Ford's family are not here? Thank you, 6 you rock. So those 3 or 4 men who were talking with the media out here in front of LAPD, they are community organizers, like I said, but they're also collaborators. They work with the police. They're calmer downers. They're the people who like suppress righteous outrage. They're the people who are like, they do whatever they can to make everything calm down. And like personally, I'm not for that. Like, I'm not for violence, I'm not for hurting people, but I am for like expressing righteous anger, and I think it's very unhealthy as an individual or as a society to suppress righteous anger. I think righteous anger, it needs to be expressed, and we need to act on it in nonviolent ways. And when I say nonviolent, I mean not hurting anyone. And that's what violence to me means, hurting a person or an animal. I think that shit needs to be shut down. Like, I think, like, freeways need to be blocked. Like with cars that don't have gasoline in them. I think that needs to happen. And I mean, if they killed my baby, I would have people without gas drive on every freeway in fucking LA. I would shut the city down. That's just me, I guess. But Let me see. So is that the link to the Isel Ford "Fuck the Police" video? That'll tell you like exactly what happened with Isel Ford. Thank you, Resist. Thank you for whoever told me don't leave. So you guys, a lot of people have been saying I should go to Ferguson, and I'm gonna tell you guys I'm not going to Ferguson because I need to be here in LA. We don't have enough streamers in LA. A lot of streamers are going to Ferguson. A lot of people I love and admire are in Ferguson now, and more people are planning to go. And I think there's enough. Like I don't feel called to Ferguson. I feel called to LA. Like I need to be right here, right now. I need to give attention to Isel Ford because like a lot of people know about Mike Brown is huge, but Isel Ford, like the story of Isel Ford is like really close to my heart, like very, very much, because you guys probably already know, like Isel Ford had struggled with mental illness. He had bipolar and schizophrenia, and also he was described as a slow by people who loved him. They said like he just kind of it took him a little while to react to things, and when he spoke it just took him a little while to get his words out, and when he answered him, if you ask him a question it would just take him a little while to get the answer out. But like overall, like people who knew him loved him and adored him, and said like all he ever did, like the only thing he ever did was walk. Like every day he would walk to the store. And like when I heard like that sentence, every day he would walk to the store, like it just like made me cry, because like that's my baby. Like he's like around my son's age. I think he's either 1 year older or 1 year younger than my son. My son who has been diagnosed with high functioning autism. My son who every day the only thing he does is walk to the store. So as a mom, like, fuck. And I raised my baby knowing that because he has autism, my baby's chances of being killed by the cops are so much higher, and like I'm gonna fucking cry right now. I'm sorry. And all those people trolling on Twitter, Facebook, saying that Mike Brown got what he deserved. I dare you. I dare them. Say it to Mike Brown's mama's face. So this was a rare day, you guys. I don't normally talk so much. So Resist is saying that the police are familiar with the hood, and they knew Isel, and they knew, I can't see the rest of your sentence, but I know what it says. The police, the LAPD gang unit in South Central knew Isel Ford, and they knew that he had mental illness. They knew it. And I don't know if it's in my interview. I did an interview with Sibo, and he talked about that. And Sibo the rapper, like, talked about the gang units, and how the gang units in South Central, like, Sibo knows all the cops' names, and all the cops know, like, Isel Ford's name. They knew Sibo's name, like his real name. Like they fucking knew. Let me see. Hey Margie, what's up? Do you guys, before I go, do you have any questions? Hey, Jay's girl. If your grandson ever has a mental health emergency, do not call the police. Do not call an ambulance. Whatever you do, don't. Don't call it. Like, if there's a crisis center, if 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 you're ever dealing with a mentally ill person and they have a mental illness emergency, and I've been through a lot of those with my kid, and I always knew, like, I always knew, don't call the cops. Like, thank God. Like, thank God that I lived in neighborhoods where my neighbors would not call the cops because my neighbors were either gang members or immigrants without papers. So, like, these are the kind of neighborhoods I generally have lived in during my adult life. So, like, I'm so grateful, like, looking back, that I lived in these neighborhoods that didn't call the cops because my son is alive. Hi, Resistance saying something about a $5 million lawsuit. Like, it seems like LA doesn't, like, the LAPD doesn't give a fuck about lawsuits. They just get sued left and right and they just pay the money. I'm just checking the chat to see if there's anything that I missed. Brian says, I need contacts in LA, activists in the community. I recommend LA People's Media on Twitter and Los Angeles People's Media on Facebook. Also, OWS Los Angeles, Occupy Los Angeles OWS. I think that's the name of a Facebook page. I'm not. I think they're awesome at keeping you updated on what's going on in LA. Resist says something about Mayday, Melee, and Rampart combined. I don't know if you're talking about the riot caused by LAPD and Mayday. I don't know what year it was. Like, the number 6 is popping into my mind, and I don't know if that was 2006 or 1996. But like a 6, when I think of Mayday riot, Rampart Department, I think of a 6. So I don't know exactly what year that happened, but yeah, they opened fire with rubber bullets on, like, women and children who were just there for the Mayday march. And that happened at the park. It happened at the park with the M, MacArthur Park. Hey, Jay's girl. Whose Twitter name do you need? Mine is PMbeers. And for anyone who's asking how to donate, my donation is through PayPal right now, and it's pmbeers@gmail.com. And yeah, I could use, like, donations to cover bus money and stuff, because I'm pretty fucking broke, because I'm here doing this. So guys, I'm gonna take off. So unless you guys have any, they also shot journalists that day. Resist says. What I don't get is, like, when journalists get shot with rubber bullets and tear gas, like, why do they still kiss ass to the police? I don't get it. They shoot, like, like fucking tear gas and rubber bullets at journalists, and you still kiss their ass, and you still, fucking mainstream media still, like, goes on TV and says whatever the police tell them to say. It's like, oh, we need access. Bullshit, you need access. You don't have to talk to cops to know the truth about what's going on. Oh look, they're gonna do a live shot. I'll be good, I promise.
Well, give me a few more seconds to learn my lines. All right, how far back can I go? Well, how much are you going to walk? Well, as I say, I'm not about 20 or 25 seconds. I'll walk slowly so I don't cover all that much ground. All right. How much are you going to cover? How much do you want to cover? No.
So guys, this is NBC doing their reporting thing. The NBC guy told the cameraman, give me a minute, I've got to learn my lines. So my 2 cents asked, did the reporters even ask hard questions? I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. I wish you could hear what he's saying. I just don't feel comfortable walking up close to him and there's nothing there. So it looks like all the somebody just drove by and yelled Channel 7 rods. It looks like all the news people are just gonna stay here and do their live shots from here later. say that, like I said a minute ago, the NBC guy said, like, give me a minute, I have to learn my lines. Like, they're fucking actors. These news people are actors. Like, somebody else told him what to say. Like, somebody else wrote the lines, and he's reading someone else's lines. This is like, it's a joke.
You're shooting it for.
It's a live stream for me.
Just streaming it just for you?
Well, there's people watching because they want to know what's going on.
Is it on a website? I mean, how does someone find that?
Yeah, it's on ustream.tv/channel/PMbeers.
It's what?
ustream.tv/channel/PMbeers.
So you just put up anything? Is that the deal, or?
I mean, I usually cover police brutality. Like, I'm covering the Southport story a lot. Yeah. So I go to all the protests and interview people, and
you did all from your.
Yeah, it's all from the cell phone, and it's all live. It's all unedited.
Raw.
Which is probably why they didn't let me into the press conference. I'm not gonna tell people what LAPD says for me to tell them. I'm gonna tell them what happened.
Did something special happen yet?
It's at a press conference today.
From
the
whom?
police
I didn't invite anybody on the press conference.
The police chief and the mayor.
Chief and the mayor? Okay. Say hi to him.
Okay. Take care.
So there are a lot of people, they don't trust mainstream media because they feel like mainstream media is gonna just repeat whatever that cops say, and the cops are gonna lie. So what I do is I show people what really happened, and it's not edited. That's what really happened. But
Good luck to you.
have a good night. So it looks like Channel 2 is doing their little. So all the news people are set up here with their cameras because they're doing their. They'll probably do their live shots at each of the newses. So this is CBS Channel 2 and KCAL 9 right here, and they're doing their little thing. And Telemundo is here as well. Telemundo is a Spanish station, and the Spanish stations are usually 1,000 times more awesome than the English stations. I don't recognize you, but I've covered a lot of protests and stuff, and I've seen the Spanish stations are oh, excuse me, oh, pardon me, oh, are you getting your shot? Oh, let me get my shot. And ABC,
A bit more collectivistic.
yes, they're awesome, but there's big giant camera guys, 6 foot 6, 300-pound camera guys who will grab me by the shoulder and throw me to the side to get a shot. Totally happened.
Right?
Yeah. Were you guys at the press conference?
I beg your pardon?
Were you guys in the press conference? Or you just got here?
I just got here myself, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, thank you for being awesome. Have a good night. So you guys, I'm headed back towards the bus stop. So if you guys have any questions for me, or there's anything else you would like, Army man, if there are any moderators, could you please ban Army man? If you scroll down on the page, you will find the rules for the chat. And anyone who talks shit about anyone who is not mainstream media, a cop, a politician, government, corporation, you will not be allowed to. There's no freedom of speech on my live stream. So let's focus on who the real enemy is and not talk shit about people who are not your enemy. You guys, I do have a potty mouth. I am not ashamed. I believe that people who have potty mouths are generally more honest and sincere and real and genuine. And people who do not have potty mouths or censoring themselves are fake and liars. I mean, I know there's some situations where, like, at your work or whatever, like, you can't use words like fucking shit. If words like fucking shit offend you, like, change the fucking channel. I don't care. I'm a total potty mouth. I don't use those words in, I don't know, like, there's a certain way I use those words, which I think is fucking awesome. And if you don't like it, change the fucking channel. Let me see. So you guys, this is what they did with Solidarity Park. This is the park right here in front of City Hall, where Occupy camped in the fall of, I can't even remember. Anyway, 2011? Yeah. So they put a lot of like low water plants and stuff, and these horrible fences. I don't know, it's a cute color, but I don't like it. And this is the new lawn that they put in, but it's already like not well cared for. So you guys remember during the Occupy thing, they were so like worried about, oh, they killed the lawn, but like this is the lawn now, this is the state of the lawn now. So this is how they care for their precious lawn. The lawn here was much, much better before Occupy, and now it sucks. No, that's not brown grass, that's dirt. Oh, shucks. Resist said he's a fan of potty mouth. Oh. Thank you guys for all your tweets. That was awesome. Right now, the spot where I'm walking in right now, the west side of City Hall, used to be called Skid Row during the Occupy camp. So this part right here was called Skid Row because a lot of people from Skid Row moved here and lived here comfortably. And I mean, not comfortably, but a lot more comfortably than they did on Skid Row because it was a lot safer here for unhoused people to live at the Occupy camp. And they got food. They didn't have to walk very far to get their food. There was porta potties. They had to work very far to get their porta potties. They had to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it was pretty, a lot more awesome to live here, camping on the lawn of City Hall at Solidarity Park. A lot more awesome living here than on Skid Row. And I have slept on Skid Row, so I can tell you from experience, it sucks. Also, this is where the Million Mouse March the other weekend, or I don't know, last weekend, when did it happen? The Million Mouse March started here and quickly got taken to Hollywood, which made no fucking sense at all. And I wrote a really long article about that hasn't been published yet. I think I missed my bus, but it's cool. Alright guys, I'm taking off, whoops. And thanks again for all the sweets guys, and have a good night.